single day.
The Dallas County Grand Jury has returned an indictment against Amber Guyger for the offense of murder.
The Dallas police officer was in uniform, but off duty last September when she shot and killed 26-year-old Botham Jean, who was unarmed, inside his apartment. Amber Guyger was arrested and charged with manslaughter. She told investigators she mistakenly entered the wrong apartment and thought there was a burglar inside her home.
We prepared this case to the grand jury. We talked to over 300 witnesses, and we did all kind of lab testing in preparation to present a case to the grand jury.
The Dallas County District Attorney explained why the grand jury decided to charge Guyger with murder over manslaughter, saying murder constitutes someone intentionally and knowingly committing a crime, whereas manslaughter involves recklessly doing something.
We're not contending what may have happened, what was in her mind before. Only thing we're saying that at the moment of this shooting, it was an intentional and knowing offense.
In an emotional press conference Friday, Jean's mother said she was satisfied with the grand jury's decision.
Because I truly believe that she inflicted tremendous evil on my son. He didn't deserve it. He was seated in his own apartment. He felt safe in that apartment, and he was violated by her coming in and murdering him.
Guyger's attorney was disappointed but not surprised by the murder indictment, given what he called an outpouring of vindictive emotion in a statement late Friday. "This is a terrible tragedy that resulted from a true mistake," he said. "We are confident that a dispassionate jury in a fair forum will objectively apply the law to the facts and find Amber not guilty."
I look forward to the next step, which is a conviction of murder of Amber Guyger, and more so of a penalty, the proper penalty that will cause her to reflect on what she has done and the pain that she has caused.
CNN was granted access to tour Jean's apartment shortly after the shooting. In the chilling video, you see a bullet hole in the wall, indicated by an evidence marking, laundry piled on the couch, and Botham's half-eaten bowl of cereal, with milk still in it. Now, 2 months after the shooting, there are still more questions than answers as the case moves to the courthouse.
This is groundbreaking, but it is also just a start.
A charge of murder carries a sentence of up to life in prison, and Jean's parents filed a separate lawsuit in federal court against Guyger and the city last month, alleging Guyger used excessive force. Kaylee Hartung, CNN.
A former Dallas police officer is now facing a murder charge after she was accused of shooting and killing an unarmed black man a few months ago. Officer Amber Guyger was off duty when she entered a neighbor's apartment and fatally shot Botham Jean in his home. Guyger told investigators she entered the wrong apartment by mistake and thought Jean was an intruder. The incident set off outrage and protests all over the country.
A lawsuit filed by Botham Jean's parents Friday claims former Dallas police officer Amber Guyger used excessive force when she gunned down their son in his own apartment, later saying she mistook it as her own.
There were so many signals that a reasonable police officer would have been alerted to.
Lee Merritt, the Jean family's attorney, talking about signals stated in the lawsuit. It claims that Jean's apartment, the door would have not produced the identical chime Guyger hears daily at her own apartment. The light at the keyhole would have flashed red, indicating to Guyger that her key did not match the lock. And the lawsuit claims Guyger attempted to cover up for shooting Jean, making certain comments to Jean knowing she was being recorded, and she did not render aid to Jean after she shot him. Merritt also brings up her Pinterest account mentioned in the lawsuit.
She brags about her propensity for violence. She brags about the use of deadly force. In doing so, she violated departmental procedures.
Jean's parents are also suing policymakers.
The mayor, the city council, the police chief, who are responsible for training those officers and who are responsible for disciplining them when they're engaged in misconduct.
The lawsuit claims there is a practice or custom regarding the use of deadly force in DPD to shoot first and ask questions later.
The family is hoping that a significant punitive judgment will cause the city of Dallas itself to begin to reconsider the policies that it has.
Hey Charlotte County, this is Charlotte County COPWATCH. I am using any video here with under fair use if you have criticism, reporting, teaching, etc. And please donate. I do not make money from YouTube, and there are different ways to donate in the video links. Thanks.